everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today we're just going to be cooking all day long. It's one of those days I need to cook. And so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a crock pot full of lasagna soup. Okay, that's what we're going to have for supper. So first of all, I'm just going to I have about 1.5 pounds of, let me grab me a spoon. 1.5 pounds of fried sausage. Sorry about that noise. I like a little bit of that sausage drippings. There wasn't hardly anything. I like to leave that in it because that's just good old seasoning. That's good old seasoning, okay? Set this over here. I'm going to put just a little bit of water in this, okay? And set it on that warm eye. Okay, I've got this in here. Now I'm going to put 1 jar. This is a 24 ounce. It's just marinara. You can use any kind of marinara that you want. I love these jars. I love to save them and reuse them for other things. Let me put just a little bit of broth in that. Okay, I've got a little bit of beef broth here that I've canned, and I need some more broth. And I don't want to open up another quart, so I'm going to make my own. You know I do this quite often. This is, well, I grabbed the wrong one. Let me grab the other one. I'm going to use the Better Than Bouillon Italian. Let me grab it. Oh, yeah, Italian herb. And I'm going to fill that up with warm water. I'm going to let my water get real hot. And I'm going to put a big old heaping spoonful in there. You can make it as rich, or, and I put 2 of them, okay? Two teaspoons. I'm going to put some hot water in this, which will give my cooking here a little bit of boost because it'll be warm when it goes in. I want to make sure I get all that off of my spoon. Get off there. Now I'm just going to fill the rest of that up with some hot water. If I don't use it all in this, then I can use it in something else. Gosh, that smells good. I'm going to use 4 cups. 4 cups of, and you can use beef broth if you don't have anything but chicken. Oh, mercy. Hang on a minute. I was going to use some of that. That just proves sometimes you get to thinking about something else. I'm going to put a little bit of that back in that jar instead of adding anything else. Y'all seeing me at my worst today. Seeing me at my worst. I got a little bit in the lid. I want to get that out. So we're putting 1 24-ounce jar, and I just don't want to leave any of that marinara in there at all. See, I got it out of the lid. That's my pet peeve, is to do that. Then I'm going to put 1 14.5-ounce can of fire-roasted diced tomatoes. Fire-roasted diced tomatoes. I love the roasted flavor that it gives in the tomatoes. It's just so good. Now, I'm going to set this aside, and then I'm going to get a, let me get this back there. Get the lid on my stuff. sort of get myself together here now. Now, I'm going to use my little chopper, and we're going to do a onion. Remember to save all your everything. I get a lot of questions behind the scenes saying, Nan, I had a lot of questions lately of people saying, Nan, can you, do you put potato peelings in your vegetable skins and stuff that you save and you use? And no, I don't. And I think I don't because one thing, there's so much starch in them. And another thing is potatoes just don't have a flavor. I mean, you can if you want to. That's just a personal preference for me, is that I don't want to put them in there. Well, young'uns, some days it pops off altogether, and some days it don't. Today's one of those days. So, if y'all, I know I have new viewers all the time that say to me, Nan, where did you get this chopper? You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from Walmart. Some people get it from Walmart in the store. They're lucky enough to find it in the store. But I got mine online, on Walmart online. I don't promote for them. I don't get any money for telling you all about this. If I had $1 for every one of these that had been sold, I'd have a lot of money. This is one large onion I'm putting in there. And it was a big one. It was a big one. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. That, usually a large onion comes up to about 1 cup. This came up to 1.5 cups. I like a big old large onion. Then, I didn't have any green bell peppers. I usually freeze my green bell peppers, and I could use some that I've already dehydrated, but this one needed to be used. I have just a red pepper. And want to make sure there's no seeds in there. You can cut out that little white membrane that's in there. And I'm just going to chop this up real quick. And we will get our vegetables in there with our goodies. And we're going to season it a little bit. It normally doesn't do that. Oh, I guess I need to get some of that, shake some of that down so it has room to go in there. Ruby's got the barking on this morning. I tell you what, we went from 75 degrees yesterday to raining today. I think the temperatures are maybe even supposed to get down to where, unfortunately, we might get a freeze. And my hydrangea boots of my hydrangea bushes are already have leaves on them, 3 inches long, 2.5, 3 inches long, and it just tears me all to pieces. Last year, we had a real cold snap, and it burnt my leaves just turned black. They turned black and they fell off. And do you know, I did not have but maybe 1 or 2 blooms last year. Hang on a minute and I'll get this mess cleaned up. But first, I'm going to finish this up and put all these good vegetables in there. Now, if you've got a green bell pepper, like I said, go ahead and put your green bell pepper in there. Or if you don't like peppers, don't put the peppers in there. If you don't like onions, maybe just put some onion powder. I've got a granddaughter that'll be eating with me tonight, and she will probably be picking every onion. Or she'll say, Nan, has it got onions in it? And I'll say, don't ask me. And she's like, but then when she eats it like nobody's business. Like nothing. And I'm like, Well, you know, it's just a mind thing. It's just a mind thing. Because there's nothing wrong with some, with a little onion. Okay, I'm going to put a little less than a teaspoon, well, about a teaspoon right there, of pepper, black pepper. And then we're going to put some salt in there. About a teaspoon and a half. And we're going to grab a couple of other things. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some dried seasoning. I'm going to put some garlic powder. Teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm going to put a big old heaping teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Maybe 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. I'm going to throw just about 1 teaspoon of basil. Then I'm going to put some garlic. Let me wipe my spoon off. We're going to put some garlic in there. 2 great big heaping, 3, we love garlic, and it's good for you. 3 heaping teaspoons of garlic. And really, that needed to be probably 3 big tablespoons the way they were heaped up. Okay. See, oh, there's one other thing. Let me see, right there. We're going to put some red pepper flakes. Just a few, not a whole lot. That was probably about a half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon. Let me get my lid back on here, right? I broke my lid, and it's hard to get it back on here. There we go. Okay, let's stir this up. And let's get this in the crock pot holder. If you want to use hamburger meat, you can use hamburger meat. You can use half hamburger, half sausage. I just had some sausage that needed to be used up. So that's why look at all my red pepper flakes here. I just cleaned that up, so I'll throw them back in there. And we will get back to it and throw this in here. And I'm going to put it on high for about 2 hours. Or put it on low for about 4 hours. And then we'll put the next step in, okay? Okay, we've let it cook on high a couple hours. Just to let all those things just marry. You know what I'm saying? I just needed them to, let me grab a spoon real quick. I've got everything in the world already. Got everything in the world already washed, draining in the sink. I've used today is just a day to cook. I needed some things done. You know, I can't have videos without cooking. So now I'm going to take, I probably got about, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of these that I had left over. And when you have leftovers, I just wrap them up in some plastic. So I have 8. I'm going to use more than that, okay? Well, 8 in a little piece. I'm just going to break them up in small little pieces, okay? This can get a little bit... Just break them up. Then we're going to put it back in here and... we're going to turn it back on for about 30 minutes. We'll see if 8 is enough. I just have to stir it around and see. And like I said, you can use hamburger instead of sausage. I had some sausage I needed to go ahead and use up. So I used a 14.5 ounce can of fire roasted tomatoes, diced tomatoes. I used 1.5 pounds of just sausage, and I fried it. let me stir it and see if I'm going to need some more. I'm going to use a few more, okay? So I'm going to open up a new box here. These are just, I like to get the oven ready lasagna noodles. That way you don't have to boil them and cook them before you put them in your thing. So I said I had 8, 9, 10. Let's try 4 more and see how that goes, okay? That'll make about 12. Now, let me stir these. Let's see. I'm going to put 1 more, okay? Maybe 1 more, maybe 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then so there's about, how many in here? It says 12 ounces, but I put in 4 and then I put in 1. So 5 plus, there's 16 in a box, or 16 is what it looks like. And I put in about 13. I'm gonna put in 14, okay? I'm gonna put in 14. My son-in-law just stopped by to help me a little bit on the computer, and he was like, what's smelling good in the kitchen? I think 16 will be enough. Okay, and we will see you back in about 30 minutes, and we'll check this out. I got to plug this thing back up. I dropped one and it little shiver went into my shoe. So we'll see you back in a few minutes. Okay, first thing I want to tell you all is don't use 16 noodles, okay? Use 12. Use about 12, would have been plenty. The 16, you know, they blow up and they get larger. You like it soupier, you know what I'm saying? Then you need to even maybe use 10 instead of 12. But what I want to say is, well, I don't know where, let me grab a little something to get my soup up out of there with. But I added, because all that, the noodles jerked up all that moisture and stuff in there, I added 3 more cups of broth and let it cook with that. That looks so good. Okay, I've got me out a nice big bowl. I'm going to put me just a little bit of ricotta cheese on top. Just sort of stir it in a little bit. Maybe even 2 spoonfuls. That way I didn't put it in, that if somebody didn't like it, they didn't have to have it. Then I'm going to put just a spoonful of sour cream on top. And we're going to have a taste. Let me get just a noodle in there. I'm trying to chase me down one. I'm getting ready to do I had a couple of hoagies left over this week from doing some sandwiches. I'm going to slice them open. I'm going to butter them up a little bit, and I'm going to put some Parm cheese on there, pop them in the oven, and that's what we're going to have to eat with our good soup, our lasagna soup. I hope y'all get a chance to make you some. This is really, really good. Remember what I said? If you hear something, it's my dishwasher going. A dishwasher going plus all those dishes washed. It's been a busy day. Once you put the noodles in there, just put the lid back on, turn them on low, and let them cook about 30 minutes, and it's ready to go. And you remember, you can omit anything if you don't want the red pepper flakes or whatever, just leave those out. It's not hot at all. It's just a little bit of warmth on a rainy day. So, because I used all those noodles, I added about 3 more cups of beef broth. Okay? But you don't have to do that. If you use 12, you won't need to add any more. You'll just need to use the 4 cups of your broth. Okay? Well, listen, I'm going to go. I want to tell y'all that I love y'all. Want to mention something real quick. I'm having problems with not just scammers, but being hacked into my accounts and stuff. So I'm going to ask y'all to do something for me. Please do not send me anything that I have to click on. I do believe that's probably the way that they're getting in, because I hate when you send me personal things not to click on them. So if you don't hear back from me, you know it's because I'm talking about, like on Messenger is what I'm talking about, sending me a message. Now your comments, I can talk to your comments all day long, but just try your best not to send me anything. I know that we love the Lord, and a lot of people send me things about the Lord, different preachers and things like that, but I can't click on them anymore, okay? Because one day I'm not going to be here because that I clicked on something. So just wanted to tell y'all that. I'm going to be speaking in a lot of different videos, just telling y'all, reminding you that if somebody sends you something saying, hey, Nan wants to be your friend or anything like that, it is a hoax. It is not me. It is a scammer. Please do not accept any friend requests from these people. They will get into your system. Do not, because I'm not sending any friend requests out, okay? Please, please, do not accept any friend requests from me. Well, I'm going to go. I just want you to know that I love y'all, and I just want you to know how much the Lord loves you, okay? And we will see you next time, Lord willing. Bye-bye.